Brought to you by Penguin Random House Canada.
Songs for Ghosts by Clara Kumagai. Read by Susan Momoko-Hingley and Kenichiro Thomson.
For my family. Okio okio, waga tomo ni sennuru kocho, Matsuo basho. 1. Somewhere in the distance, a bell tolled. A wedding? No, a funeral. A dramatic ceremonial sound announcing the death of my relationship. Despite getting dumped on a street corner, my basic sense of dignity still hadn't kicked in. I couldn't help but watch him walk away. He didn't look back. The pavement at my feet was littered with white flowers, and, as a breeze shoved along, more floated to the ground. I caught a single bloom in my hand and stared at its delicate snowy petals and golden center. An old woman passed me, her walking stick tapping a rhythm. Her face was turned upwards and a flower landed on the lens of her sunglasses. She plucked it off. "They only bloom for one day," she said, "but they'll be back next year." I didn't know she was talking to me or to herself. I answered anyway. "Not the same ones." She smiled in my direction and strolled on. I turned towards home and my heart felt like it had been left behind, lingering on the pavement where two unremarkable paths met. Maybe someone would walk through that spot and feel a big waft of heartbreak. Or they would see the flowers wilting, turning to dust in the wind. "Everything okay, Adam?" Kate asked. The kitchen was steamy and warm from the pot of potatoes on the stove. It curled around me thickly. Benny burbled in his playpen. I patted his soft blonde hair. "Yeah," I said. Kate was studying me. "Everything okay with you?" I shot back. She raised an eyebrow. "Did something happen?" I shook my head, trying to blur my features with movement. My face was always wide open, easy to read, useless for lying. Kate mmm'd and said, "Dinner's ready." I slumped at the table. She put a plate in front of me and sat opposite. Just me and her, again. "And Benny. Where's Dad?" I asked. "He has to stay on the base overnight." Kate cut up her chicken in a disturbingly violent way. "I see." We ate, thinking about men. "I have to do some shopping later. Do you mind watching your brother? You can go out when I'm back," Kate said. I resisted the urge to correct her. Half-brother. "I'm not going anywhere." "It's Friday, don't you usually—" "Not tonight. Possibly not ever." I could see Kate gearing herself up. "Did you and Evan have an argument, or—" she asked. "Had we? Not over a specific thing, not about something one of us had done or not done. I like you, but I feel like you want something totally committed, and I'm not in the same place. This is for the best, right? It's just that I hadn't agreed with any of that. Not really, but it's over." My voice appallingly cracked. "I'm sorry." Kate reached across and touched my hand. I didn't move away, but I didn't hold her hand either. "I'm fine. Not fine. I don't know." Kate sighed. "That's normal. You can wallow and eat ice cream and listen to sad songs. It was your first relationship, so I can eat a lot of ice cream with you in case you don't know how to do that yet." I laughed a bit. "Teach me your ways, mistress." A funny look flitted across her face. "Don't call me that." "Master, then." She cleared her throat and smiled. You will be a worthy pupil. What flavors do you desire? Chocolate, strawberry cheesecake, mint chocolate chip. No green tea? Don't like it anymore. I thought I was your favorite. I shrugged. Our third date had been getting ice cream and sitting in a park. You Asians love green tea, he'd said. I'd laughed awkwardly, but then he kissed me and I forgot about it. Just a small and normal joke. Kate filled the sudden silence. I shall let the student guide the master. Pulled my mouth upwards. Thanks, Kate. Her eyes flickered the tiniest bit when I said her name. Still, she wasn't used to it after all these months. Stepmother obviously sounded too evil, so first name it was. But every time I said it, I could feel the distance growing between us. It was strange. When Benny came, Kate and I had become closer in some ways, united in love of him. She hadn't changed towards me, but she was tired and her complete attention went to him, which was natural. He was a baby. Her baby. I focused on my food, which tasted of nothing. When we finished, I took the plate to the sink and did the washing up while Kate fed Benny. Could you do me a favor? Kate asked. I was planning to ask your dad, but seeing as he won't be back tonight. Does it involve repairing something? No. Kate made an apologetic face. It does involve the attic, which I know you're scared of. I am not. The last time you went up there, you wouldn't stop screaming. A spider went down my back, I said, reasonably. And that was years and years ago. Kate corrected me. It was 2 years ago. I'm not afraid of the attic. I'll go right now. Kate reached into a cupboard and handed me a torch. Such courage, thank you. That was when it registered that I'd been manipulated. I sighed and put a hoodie on so nothing would scare down the back of my neck. The attic was dusty and cluttered, probably too stereotypical to be the start of a horror movie. After a few hundred sneezes, I figured I'd scared any poltergeists or monsters away. I peered at each box, wiping away dust to read their labels in the dim torchlight. Ski wear. Since when do we ski? Fish tank. I remembered that fish. A traumatic loss. Finally, kid stuff. Kate didn't believe in specificity. I hauled it out. Behind it was a much smaller box. Not cardboard, but wooden. Despite the layer of dust, I could see the writing carved on the lid was Japanese. I squinted, trying to work out the characters. Tea, maybe? I opened it. There was a particular smell of wood and something else herby, plant-like. Inside was a bundle wrapped in navy cloth. I unfolded it to find a slim book. No title on its worn gray cover. It was filled with handwriting. I held the torch close to the first page.
March 25th. So, Oba-sama, you have died and left me. I'm sorry to begin a letter in this way. However, these are my feelings, and I have resolved to write the truth, as best I know it, here to you. You always valued honesty, and why should I lie to you? I would prefer to be direct than untruthful. Besides, I imagine the dead can see through the lies of the living.
For a second, I thought a bug was running over my arms. When I checked frantically, I realized that it was goosebumps rising on my skin. I swallowed and turned back to the book.
It is unkind of me, and disrespectful too, to be angry that you have died, though months have passed. But I am here in this house on the hill, almost alone. Something has changed. I see strange things, Oba-sama. There are whispers in the garden. I dream of music. Perhaps this is simply me wishing for you and the music you played. Your biwa is lonely without you, as am I.
They were letters, or a diary written like letters, or a novel in the form of a diary. That made more sense.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?